What's up, everybody out there? We're going to talk a little bit about our chingonas who are getting ready to kick some beep. We'll see you in a few.
Es importante recordar el inicio.
¡Gol de final! ¡Gol de final! ¡Gol! ¡Chivas está en la final! ¡Chivas femenil!
Portada de México metiendo a este equipo en una final, una semifinal.
El himno nacional nada más se va a escuchar en la final. Y yo estoy dispuesta.
Último jalón.
Mexicanas, campeón.
¡De las Chivas!
Que sabemos que lo más importante siempre va a ser el escudo. Por algo el escudo va al frente, ¿no?
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Latino America, and all you Chiva hermanos and Chiva hermanas around the globe. All you mothers and misters, Chiva brothers and sisters. Welcome to We Go Chew Live. We're transmitting directly from La Perla Tapatía, home of the most glorious of teams, el Club Deportivo Guadalajara. Bienvenidos todos a We Go Chew Live. Hey, everybody, how are you doing out there? We have so much to talk to about you and about the chingonas. But first, let me introduce our co-host. We have Gabi. ¿Cómo estás, Gabi?
Hi, Robert, and hi, everybody in the chat that is already joining the conversation, because we have a lot to talk about, because it's Chingonas time, it's Chivas Femenil's time, and we have a lot of interesting facts and numbers. You know, we like that good stuff, and the weekly MVP, and exciting things are coming up. So thank you, everybody. Let me just do the disclaimer really quickly. Remember that this show is created by Chivas for all our Chiva hermanos that live outside Mexico and that speak mostly, for whatever reason, they speak mostly in English. As you can see right here, it says Chivas TV, so we are official. So this is content for everybody that wants to join the conversation in English this time. Why not? Because Chivas wants to get to every single Chiva hermano out there. And now I'm going to say it in Spanish so everybody in the chat can understand and can join and see what's going on. Este programa es producido, creado, dirigido por Chivas. Y como pueden ver aquí dice Chivas TV, somos lo más oficial de lo oficial para todos nuestros Chiva hermanos y Chiva hermanas que viven fuera de México y por alguna razón, circunstancia de la vida, hablan más en inglés que en español. Chivas amplía sus horizontes y quiere llegar absolutamente a todos los chivermanos y chivermanas del planeta, empezando por todos los chivermanos que están en los Estados Unidos. Así que, bueno, bienvenidos. Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí, por entrar al chat, por participar. Recuerden que pueden dejarnos sus comentarios y que también si quieren entrar al programa en algún momento pueden hacerlo. Y muchísimas gracias. And back in English, because this show is in English. Alfredo, how are you, my friend?
Hi, Gabi. Hi, Robert. Hi, Chiva hermanos. Already vibing what will be this semifinal of Liga MX Femenil. Remember, tomorrow we will jump directly into it. In a few minutes, we will also, of course, be speaking about our MVPs of that heroic club qualification against Pumas last Sunday. Big shout out to everyone who's watching us on the chat. On the chat, big shout out to Curtis Williams, Nancy Lucatero, Marilu Araceli Garcia. Also, we have Jesus Gonzalez in the house. We have Oscar Acosta. We have Rafa. Hello to everyone. Please be respectful along with the fellow Chivermanos who are watching us, and of course with ourselves. We have, as I said before, plenty of information of that Clásico de México Femenil taking place tomorrow at Estadio Akron, second leg taking place at Capital Rojiblanca on Sunday. So pretty excited to be here with you guys. Also follow us on Twitter. Follow Chivasien _, the official English account. Gabi, Robert, and me, who I'm the one who has the least followers on X, Red and White Fred for FYI.
Enough said. Oh, my goodness.
Go follow him on X.
I know. You got to do it, guys. He's getting aggressive.
Yeah.
He's getting aggressive. We got to get him on X. Yeah, X I don't know what's up with that. Sometimes there's a lot of people that participate, and then there's other people who just kind of go there, and it's the place for nasty things to happen. So, but follow us, and that's where we have to vote for what's coming up right now, my friends. Little drum roll, please, in production.
The MVP.
The MVP.
Oh,
And
there.
as you said so perfectly, Alfredo, you said it. It was the three candidates from that game, my friend. From that game. Jaramillo, Felix, and Cervantes. It should be a name of a trio of guitarists. Because when these three guys play together, they make music. They make music. Gabi, who is our
Yes, sir.
musician that you
Yes,
chose?
sir. So this was a hard pick, honestly, because like if I could say like I want to vote for Chivas Femenil as a team, it would have been perfect, right? But we had to narrow it down to three players, one each. So this is going to be a tough call, everybody. So please, before I tell you my pick, go and vote right now on X, formerly known as Twitter, and go vote for any of the three players right now. So my pick this week is Alicia Cervantes because she has right now 160 goals in Liga MX Femenil. Oh my goodness, impressive. She scored not one, but two goals in the quarterfinals. She's unstoppable. Like, she is not probably her best season as a scorer overall because we've seen how many golden boots she has, right? But
Right.
nonetheless, she is an amazing and so like a complete player and all like what everything involves to say like this is a soccer player, a football player, I'm sorry, but it's like she is so complete. And right now we from all the three picks of this week, I chose her because she has this milestone again of 160 goals in Liga MX, and we are hoping that she can make that number bigger in the semifinals. So yes, go vote Licha, please, please.
Licha. I voted, but this time I paid attention to what I was doing. And actually, I voted for my person. But Alfredo, first you, my brother. Who did you choose? I think you're going to win today.
Yeah.
Bro.
So I chose Blanca Felix because she actually had a fantastic save the other day. Remember, she didn't play the first leg against Pumas. It was Celeste at the Akron, but then on Sunday we had Blanca Felix responding very well to a tough situation that the team faced, especially on the first half. It was around the 20th, 25th minute of the first half when she provided ourselves with a magnificent save, stupendous save when the match was nil-nil. Remember that it could have been very dangerous if Pumas would have scored that goal, if they would have gotten that 1-0 around the before the half hour mark. Because they will have already 60 minutes to score the second one, and a 2 goal difference loss will have knocked us off the competition. So that's why I chose Blanca Felix, not only because her save was fantastic, but it also came at a crucial moment.
It did, and you know what? They only came. I keep seeing the repeat of that save, but Blanca was all over the place, man. She saved us.
And I have
In
to
Totally.
agree.
CEU,
Yeah, totally.
I mean, she for me is the top pick, la verdad. And
Yes.
then afterwards, and si vieron el partido, if you guys watched the match and you saw the aftermatch and you saw how everybody went to her and how the crowd responded, man, look, I got goosebumps. I
Yes.
really do because I'm a Chiva fan, man, and to see someone be corresponded with that kind of love, my friends, was it was just amazing. It was incredible. And Blanca was holding back the tears, she got my vote. The truth is, ella la rompió. She's the one that took us to the other side. I'm sorry I got so passionate about it. She's not my choice, by the way, but Blanca kicked ass.
Totally.
She's the one for me. Yeah, she's the one, and she's been the one all season that, along with the rest of the defense, recuerden, fueron nada más 10 goles. Yeah, she's the one. that has been there the whole time. So if we are in the playoffs right now, a lot of it has to do with Blanca Felix.
Oh,
And we're going
absolutely.
to talk
Oh
a
yeah.
bit about it more. But, I'm a Blanca. I love defense. And she's one of my favorite players since the beginning, since she was a child. And she told us about when she started playing soccer. If you have not seen that, go to the Detrás del Rebaño, my friends. Go in there, go find all that information. She tells us her story, her birth story, how she became Chiva and all that. But anyway, my turn, my turn.
Who is your pick, Robert?
Very much. Pues claro, ¿quién más? Who sent the pass to Licha for the goal?
Yes.
It was Caro.
There we go.
And it was her 13th assist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we've been talking about Caro, that she's going to break that record, which is 17. We're hoping she gets to 17, breaks it at 18. But for me, in reality, it's not just this game. Again, as I was mentioning Blanca, it's the same with Caro. It's been her season, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's been her comeback season. And after everything that happened last season, it's beautiful to see a player of her caliber reach that that zen-like moment, where everything is flowing on the pitch, and you see Caro pick it up, and she's looking around, and she has always that perfect touch. That goal, which was beautiful, also of Alicia, because de pro, no, de pro, de grande el gol, but the pass was beautiful. The pass was beautiful. I don't know what we're gonna do when that pareja breaks up.
Oh no. Don't even say it.
I remember a pareja, the deer and the boxer, Mr. Bravo. They broke up. That was lost. They lost that magic. Or look beyond. Remember Jared Borghetti and El Pony.
El Pony. Oh my God.
Pony,
Yes.
remember him? And that was
Yes.
like era gol. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I see when I see Licha and Caro. So that's why she has my vote. But she always has my vote. I love my Chivas. I love Chivas. Before we continue, though, don't forget, go vote Team Jaramillo. Jaramillo. We got to do it.
Go
I
for
think, though,
Blanca.
that
Go
you
for
better
Blanca.
smile if you win this time, though.
Go for Blanca.
Going to win. He need, but
Yeah,
he
I know
needs
he's
to
going to
No,
win
smile. If
last
Alfredo
time I
doesn't
did.
smile, if Alfredo doesn't smile, don't vote for Blanca, please.
anymore.
Last time I smiled, but the graphic was on, and then when we came back to camera, my smile had already ended. But now
Likely
I'm gonna keep it.
excuse. Likely excuse. But anyway, guys, we got so much to talk about. Let's move on, man, because I'm excited. I don't know about everybody else. Tomorrow, the game's at 7 at the Akron. I am so hyped. I'm so hyped. But Gabi,
Yes, sir.
you're the master here. So I'm going
I'm
to turn the
not.
controls over to you, and let's see what happens. Do your magic, Gabi.
Gladly, with pleasure. So yes, the hype is real. We are happy. We're excited, but we are like con prudencia. You know what I mean? We're going to get into that in a minute. But yes, Chivas Femenil is in another semifinal after beating Pumas Femenil, which was in by itself a very hard game on its own. Remember, Pumas ended up in the third position of the general table, Chivas in the sixth position. So, like statistically speaking, like things were a little bit uneven. But fortunately, Chivas Femenil did what they had to do on the first leg, winning that game, and then on the second in Ciudad Universitaria, which was a very hard game because it was very sunny, it was very hot at noon in Mexico City. If you've been to El Olímpico Universitario, is a very open stadium. Like there's no shade whatsoever. Like there are very few places where you can find shade. So for all the people that went, which also broke record of assistance, which is amazing for a Liga MX femenil game. And of course, a lot of Chiva hermanos were present in La Capital Rojiblanca. And yes, Chivas Femenil took the quarterfinals and are now currently facing semifinals once again against America Femenil, and we're going to get into that a little bit. I want to listen to you guys, and I want to read all your comments in the chat because I know we need to be real here. Like the history, the numbers, and what happened in the last seasons, years has not been in Chivas' best interest, right? And unfortunately for us, but we hope we can change that story and that history starting tomorrow on the first leg in El Estadio Akron at home at 7 p.m. We're going to tell you a little bit later where to watch and all that good stuff. But yes, and before getting into the numbers and the good stuff, I want to listen to you guys. What do you think about the? Oh, and also production is telling us that there are still tickets in El Estadio Akron. Um, 4x3 starting from 75 pesos. So please, 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 Chivas Femenil needs all the support we can give them right now. It's another semifinal and it's a Clásico de Mexico. I mean, come on. You need to be there. We need to be supportive right now, and our chingonas need us, right? But okay, without going into much depth of information, I want to listen to you guys. What do you guys think, Robert, Alfredo? This leg was tough because Alfredo was saying specifically about the game in Ciudad Universitaria where Blanca Felix was like key to that win. But it was a good game overall. We've had probably not the best odds in our favor. I was talking about the position in the table, but Chivas managed, and we are now facing another semifinal. So, what do you guys think?
I think that Chivas, if I could take the floor a moment, Chivas está embalado, okay? We're coming up stronger. We had a moment, remember, at the beginning of the season, it was kind of rough, but I think we finally found our footing. So I think you mentioned a moment, I want to go back to something you mentioned, that we haven't had such great results against the Eagles recently. Mm-hmm. But I think that this season we had a great result. It was a tie.
It was, yeah.
Okay. So if we look at their results against all of the other teams in Liga MX, that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to admit, Águilas is playing well, and they make a lot of goals. Look what happened to Juárez, right? So that was the other quarterfinal. But if we look at those numbers, man, it's crazy. But we have the best defense. ¿Sabes?
Yeah.
So I always feel that the best defense, the best way to start a team is to create a strong defense and then move forward. I'm not sure how many goals Las Águilas have received, or America has received in this season, but I know that Chivas has been a very strong defense. So I think we can take advantage of that. And we've already played. We know how they play. I think we're going to do okay. I don't know. What do you think, Alfredo?
Yeah, it was a 1-1 tie on the regular season. I believe that it's important for this new, let's say, a new project of Chivas Femenil to already be playing a semifinal, to already getting familiarized with these sort of matches, getting into far into the competition. It's important for the group, it's important for the players, it's important for the project overall. And the other day at Ciudad Universitaria, it was expected to be a tough match. We had a Pumas team that was third during the regular season. They had high expectations, but it was packed with Chirimanos. It was a noon game, but the team managed to pull it off. Thankfully Lichao found that goal to keep the team relaxed. It was so important, and it's gonna be important to be of course concentrated and intense for the semifinal, but keep your mind cold. Know that you have 180 minutes to win it. No big drama if, let's say, tomorrow at the Akron we tie, because we also have 90 more minutes at Capital Rojiblanca. I think that the team has to follow the specifications given by the manager. And as long as they stick to the book, and of course, luck stays with us, we should be able to, throughout the 180 minutes, pull it off, and why not make it to the final.
Yes, yes. And I'm looking at these images. What a such a deserved victory because pecó. I'm going to say that Pumas here in Guadalajara messed up because they tried to play with a mental match against our Chivas, and actually we won here. If you think about it, we won
Yes,
here at the Akron. So why am I mentioning that? I think we need to win again tomorrow at the Akron. We need to win at the Akron. But I agree with you. How far do we go? How far do we go? What risks do we take? What do you think the team is going to play like, Gabi? Are they going to be uh, well balanced? Are we going to be super defensive? What do you think?
That's a good question. I think we're going to rely on our defensive abilities. I think Antonio Contreras knows perfectly, and we saw that in the 2 games against Pumas, right? Like the only change he did in the starting 11 was Blanca for Celeste, and that was an interesting approach because it like we say, no, alineación que gana no se cambia or something like that. So
Yeah.
he trusted in that lineup, and I think it showed. What we're seeing defensively at the moment, it's brilliant. If you ask me, again, we are talking about the best offense against the best defense. And I think what is doing Kim Guzman right now, Cassandra Montero in the defense, like she's so versatile. Chelly Torres, Damaris Godinez, which is having like this best season. You were talking about Segundos Aires, like a comeback of Caro Jaramillo, maybe Licha, Blanca. Damaris is also one of those players that is like from the veteran, if you would allow me to say that term. And she is having like one of the best seasons in Chivas Femenil, in my opinion. So it's going to be a very tough match. I don't want to say that we can take advantage of America's injuries or the injury list because I am not completely aware, but I think they have a couple of players that are not going to be available because they're currently in the injury list.
Qué bueno.
But regardless, as you said, like taking back that comment, it's very important that we can secure the win in El Estadio Akron, no matter what.
Yep.
So we can go to Mexico City again and have that advantage, a little advantage, a big
Right.
advantage. I don't know how big it's going to be,
Obviously.
but we have to be able to have that confidence at home and secure at least and be go to Mexico City with an advantage. I think that is going to be very important, and I think it's a very easy thing to say. Like it's easier said than done, I think. But if the girls have that in mind, if Antonio Contreras has that in mentality, and if we can still be in this very badass defensive mode, I think it's possible. Because at the end of the day, America, is having an amazing season and whatnot, but it has to come to a point where we can take advantage completely of our defensive abilities right now. And with America, it's going to be crucial.
Totally.
Yeah, and if you think about it, if we put the ball in their court, they're the ones that are under pressure. They're the ones with the perfect season. They're the ones who have been battling to try to take control of the pink circuit, right? For the last couple of years, not just this season. Yeah, they have a lot to prove. But we have the heart. We have the confidence. Look at our team. I really see them motivated.
Yeah.
It's motivated. I don't see any, spaces in between the lines. But America is strong offensively, And I don't know who is on their DL, right? Who's on their injury list, but qué bueno.
Mm-hmm. I don't know exactly. I mean, I don't. I'm not aware of the players and who is, but I saw that they were like not complete. Let's say it this way, as a team. And I mean, we have to be realistic here. We know the history, like the recent history between Chivas and America in Liguilla, and it's no good, no bueno. So we have just to keep that in mind. But that doesn't mean we cannot stay hopeful, right? And what we saw against Pumas, which again, if we're talking about numbers and if we're talking about positions and whatnot, Pumas had a better chance, if you will. And Chivas took the opportunity, and yes, we cannot stop talking about our defense, because Blanca and what everybody did back in the defense positions was crucial. So that we could get that win, and of course we cannot not talk about Caro Jaramillo and Licha Cervantes and Viridiana Salazar, which are the scorers of this quarterfinals, right? But if we have that in mind, again, I don't want to sound repetitive, but if we have that in mind, like the defensive abilities and virtues that we have right now, I think we can neutralize, I love that word, America, and especially at home, because we have to secure that win. I cannot stress that enough.
Totally.
Yep, I agree with you completely. They have to do it. And you know, and I know, and everybody knows who's a Licha fan. Who's the person who has scored most goals against America, Gabi?
Oh, I know.
Who?
Licha Cervantes. And spoiler alert, there's going to be a video this week exactly about that, of 6 of the best goals scored by Licha Cervantes in Clásico de México's history. And she is the best, the top scorer in Clásicos de México. So again, I hope she can get that number higher, maybe a couple of more goals would be great, right? For Licha Cervantes, 3?
Some 3. I love that number. It's the perfect number, 3.
3. Okay, I agree.
3.
Yeah.
3 is for me. So they're going to win. I don't know if they're going to win. I don't want to get cocky like I, always
Curtis,
do.
yeah. Curtis
is definitely. Yeah, go for it. Who's on the chat, my brother?
So Curtis says that he predicts a Chivas win by 3-1. Scores goal scored by Alicia Cervantes, Viri Salazar, and La Doctora. We also have Fernando Tamayo in the house. We have Carlos Medina who says, "Let's go Chivas." Nuestra afición deportiva. We also have Enrique Hernandez. We have Nisa Morelli. Big greetings. We also have Francisco Fraga saying that El Rebaño played a great match last Sunday. Jerry Luis Ortiz. We also have Andy Duran Hernandez, who is confident of going through. Ramiro Martinez, who says arriba las Chivas. And plenty of Chivas in the house. Vicente de Alba. We have Kevin Bracamontes, who says arriba las Chivas y la irreverente. José Quiñones, Cristian Estrada, and the big shout out to, I see a lot of new people here, also a lot of faces who have been with us all along. So yeah, hopefully we could be hosting another show next week, previewing a final. That would be great.
It would be. It's going to be, because we think it's going to be. Remember, we had this when we had our first season. Our first season was always about think positively, right? And that's what we have to do. And also fill the gradas. We need that stadium full, my friends. And we have that promotion. 4 tickets for 3 men, okay? Don't forget. There's an opportunity. It's Primero de Mayo. What else are you going to do? Many of you guys, after the Dia de Trabajo, you're probably going to take it off anyway. You're going to skip work on Friday anyway. No se hagan. Go to the stadium, have fun. And I'm sure that with that vibe, we're going to go to Mexico City, Capital Rojiblanca. And as I said at the beginning of the show, we got to kick some booty. Okay? We're going to kick some booty.
Where to watch?
Where to watch, Alfredo?
So where are we going to be able to watch this match? There we go. This is tomorrow, May 1st, Dia del Trabajo, holiday. If you're in Guadalajara, please go to the Estadio Akron and make use of the promotion. But if you're, let's say, outside, or you won't be able to make it for some reason and you're in Mexico, this match will be on the screens of Fox Sports and Chivas TV. While if you're in the United States, El Clásico de México semifinal first leg will be on the screen of Universo. Kickoff time is 8 p.m. Central Time of the United States, 7 p.m. Central Mexican Time. Fox Sports and Chivas TV in Mexico, and Universo for the Chivermanos in the United States.
7 o'clock, the perfect time for football. Not so late, not so early. The temperature is going down. Yeah. And you'll still have time to go and do something else after the match. It's
Totally.
all win-win. Everything's going to come up pink, my friends. Everything's going to come up pink because we're going to win on Saturday. Entonces, let's go, guys. This was our show. We need to now talk about who won. No?
I think I know. I don't need
The
to look.
MVP.
I don't need to look to know who won.
Díganos, por favor, producción.
I think
There
I
we
know.
go.
He's already smiling.
He's already
He already
smiling.
knows, man. Come on.
Yeah, I kind of thought so because I voted and I had a great advantage,
Oh.
A great advantage.
like 49%.
Well, last week was something similar, and then we got a little bit closer, but then we got blown out of the water. But this one is really close, man. We were predicting it because it's three great players, no? So, do we have the number?
Do we have the graphic?
Here it comes. I hear that drum roll. Woo!
course.
There we go.
Bravo.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Back at it.
Okay, guys. He smiled.
smiling,
He said to keep
guys.
voting. Go follow him on Twitter, on X, please.
Please.
He
Please do.
deserves it now.
Red and white Fred.
You guys are
Yeah.
kicking my ass this season, my friends.
I won 2 of the last 3, so I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited. I'm getting back in the swing with the MVP because I had a 2-month drought without winning anything.
Nice comeback, man. Nice comeback. So, my friends, what can I say? Chivas Femenil expects you guys to send all that Chiva vibe at them on tomorrow and on the weekend. Don't forget, my friends, we have to think positively. It will affect your life in a positive manner. I want to say thanks to everybody who's out there in the chat, Marilu, Curtis, all the new people, tons of new people, right? Even had an hijo here. Un hijo nuestro.
Huh?
Yeah, un aguilas, un aguilucho.
Oh.
Por aquí. What are you doing here? Get the hell out of here. Yeah. And we had someone with a lot of kisses. I don't know who that was for. But anyway, all you Chiva hermanos out there, have a beautiful weekend. We love you. Enjoy el Día del Trabajo. Read up on it and try to
Feliz
think
Día del
about
Niño.
why.
Have a good one, guys.
Feliz Día del Niño today.
Oh, that's right. It's
Oh,
Día
yeah.
del Niño. Happy birthday. Happy birthday also to my tia, because it's her birthday. Hopefully she's watching the show.
Birthday.
Probably not. I'll see you guys. Have a beautiful one. Production, thank you so much, everybody out there.
Guys.
Muchas gracias. Have a beautiful one.
Es importante recordar el inicio. Todos nos hemos roto la madre, nos hemos muerto desde que teníamos 6 años para ser las futbolistas que somos. Hay que demostrarlo hoy.
¡Al arco!
En Seúl, cancha difícil, horario difícil, ciudad difícil, rival que también será complejo.
Diviértase, disfrute. Nos hemos parado en escenarios más difíciles que este. Hoy es nada más divertirse, como lo dijo Antonio, y romperse la madre. Eso es fácil, es lo más fácil que vamos a hacer en el fútbol. Vamos a jugar fútbol. Venga, chicos. ¡Venga!